Congrats on 1 week. We are on day 8 today, and we're talking about sluggish detoxification. Now, our liver is the primary organ that does the heavy lifting. However, it does go through our gut, through our gallbladder, our kidneys are involved. But the liver is really the one doing the heavy lifting. When it comes to removing toxins, spent hormones, they're actually processed through the liver, the same pathway as other toxins and chemicals. And it can become overburdened, leading to recycling and reactivating these hormones and just adding to that toxic bucket and that toxic burden. And of course, adding to symptoms. So there's a lot of things that we can do to support the health of our liver. I also want to touch on, though, it's not just about detox. I'm starting to see a lot of liver enzymes elevated, and that can be just a little signal that our liver is under stress or that it's starting to develop non-alcoholic fatty liver. If your ALT and AST are starting to creep up, especially that ALT over 31, in women is associated with fatty liver. And we can become insulin resistant at the muscle, at the ovary, at the liver, at the brain, and it's not a good thing. There's more to the story than just detoxing chemicals. But of course, let's start with drinking pure, clean water, because if we don't have a really high quality water filter that's pulling out chemicals and heavy metals and pesticides and all the endocrine disruptors and hormones that are in our water, then our body becomes the water filter. We want to make sure that we've got a good amount of minerals. I mentioned a while back that someone who can't eat a lot of cruciferous veggies may have some mineral deficiencies, specifically something like molybdenum. So we want to make sure that our bodies have the raw materials, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, proteins to actually ask it to do the detox work that we're asking of it. And then of course, not only are we adding in what it needs, but we're removing anything that is going to add to the stressors, medications that aren't needed, excess alcohol, chemicals, and pesticides. And then eating cruciferous veggies is one of the things that helps our bodies to regenerate glutathione. It's our master antioxidant, heavily used by our liver, but it helps us to recycle. And when you use that, things like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, any of those sulfuric or cruciferous veggies are going to be really, really good. You can also take it as a supplement, like N-acetylcysteine or liposomal glutathione. Even foods like selenium or vitamin E or alpha lipoic acid help with that recycling process to help the liver to take the burden off. But then of course, making sure that metabolically that we're healthy, because that adds a huge burden to the liver, making sure that our gut health is good, that we're going to the bathroom daily, and that gallbladder and bile acid function are not sluggish. That often happens as well in women over 40. It starts to become kind of thick and sludgy, like peanut butter instead of water. And that is a huge means by which we bind, remove, and eliminate a lot of toxins and cholesterol and all kinds of different things. So those are all areas that we can look at on a very basic comprehensive metabolic panel. And just in general, we want to keep that hardworking liver happy. That can be just sluggish detox can be a reason for weight loss resistance and hormone imbalances in and of itself.